Taking a look at some of our Alaska news for this Friday morning. It is August 18th, 2017. U.S. Attorney General Sessions has, quote, serious concerns about legal marijuana in Alaska. Basically, Alaska remains illegal federally, and even though Alaska has decriminalized it here on a statewide level, the feds still want to prosecute. Now, back in 2013, under President Obama, the official policy was we're not going to prosecute this, we're going to make it a very low priority, let the states handle it. Well, now the new Attorney General Sessions wants to come back in and start prosecuting people for marijuana possession, even in states where it is legal, not only to possess but also now to sell marijuana. Governor Walker, Alaska governor, is standing behind legal marijuana. Be interesting to see where this goes, whose jurisdiction ends up trumping whose. The Peter Pan Seafoods plant on the Alaska Peninsula was devastated in an overnight fire. Basically, on Tuesday night, they were coming in to dump off some fish, and they saw the fire. And a number of the boats went over there. They said 9 or 10 boats tied off at the dock and were trying to put out the fire with their own hoses. They were overwhelmed. They had to pull back and evacuate. The U.S. Trustee has filed an objection to the proposed loan by the Binkley Company to Alaska Dispatch News. You know, basically the proposal is John Binkley and some of his friends here in Fairbanks are going to buy the Alaska Dispatch News and try to rescue a local newspaper. The Alaska Dispatch News has been born out of an online venture called the Alaska Dispatch, and the Anchorage Daily News, which was the print version, a longtime newspaper. Alaska Dispatch bought ADN, kept the ADN.com website. Now it's called Alaska Dispatch News instead of the Anchorage Daily News. They've been hemorrhaging money. Absolutely just, they say like $1 million a year. Just completely hemorrhaging the money. Binkley family believes they can help save it. And now a federal trustee is stepping in and saying, well, we don't like you having so much control over the money. And so they're objecting to it. We'll see where it goes from here. The ATV rider who was confronted by a former Fairbanks correctional officer who had a gun. Basically, if you remember the story, the ATV rider was going through an area where the former officer didn't believe he should be riding, pulled a gun on him, forced him to the ground, claimed he had a badge, the whole bit. Well, now that ATV rider has filed a lawsuit seeking unspecified damages against that former correctional officer. Down in Anchorage, increasing violence at the downtown shelters has put responders at risk. And so now, anytime there's a ambulance call, they will not go unless they also have police escort. There are more stories that we don't have time for, including the police looking for a man who walked away from a hospital in Anchorage, the postponing of action on the plastic bag tax in the Mat-Su, and the new meal kits offering a new market for wild Alaska seafood. You want details on those and more stories? Check out the website, radiofreespeech.com, and become a subscriber, because my paid subscribers get 30 to 40 minutes of news audio form, which gets delivered to their inbox each and every morning at 5 a.m. Check it out, radiofreespeech.com.